Hey guys, so wait, this isn't our usual vlogging location. Okay guys, we've been kidnapped. There is a link down, our exact nautical coordinates are down in the description. Please send help. Call the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, MIVM, the CIA, all that crap. Just call somebody, please. Oh god, Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new segment here on StillerBros.TV, in which we are going to tell you stories. Basically, just means we didn't write a script for a new video. He wanted to make something that required a little amount of editing and everything. So, welcome to Storytime with the Stiller Bros. Alright, so basically, guys, like he just said, we don't have a script or anything prepared, really, other than some pictures and video. We have no clue what we're going to talk about. We haven't made a video like this in like, what, a year? Yeah, maybe. I think the last video we really made without a script or anything was a really long video like this without a script we made was like our musicians tag video. Yeah, that was a while ago. Anyway, guys, so we're going to be me telling you guys a little bit of a story about a trip we just took like 2 weeks ago, back when our last video was uploaded. Literally, our last video was uploaded. We were out of the country at that point, so that's why if you follow us on Twitter, you noticed that we didn't tweet about it. You might have noticed we didn't tweet about it. So yeah, that's the story there. So about Saturday at about 6 a.m. we had to go to the airport because we had to catch a plane to Miami, where we had to then stay a night in Miami. Basically, what we planned out was that our mom had booked the trip. We had planned out in advance that we were going to have an extra day to kind of do to kind of spend the night in Miami, and also because it's Minnesota, the weather is kind of unpredictable here in the winter time. We spent a night in Miami. We had an extra time before we had to actually leave because our big trip was we were going on a cruise with our family. It was the two of us, our mom, our dad, our sister, and our cousin, who was actually labeled the spare about halfway through the trip. So, okay. And we loved that, joking about that. Yeah. Anyway, after that we got on the boat. We had a lot of fun. We got the first 2 days we spent on the boat. We were out at sea. So we just spent the day hanging out on there. The first thing we really did on the boat was day one. Just after the boat took off, we went to go see the Blue Man Group. It's an incredible show in case you haven't seen it, and it's pretty fun. Anyway, we spent those 2 days at sea basically just sitting around the boat doing nothing, having drinks, sitting around, tanning. And Mason would barely touch any alcohol, but our cousin would constantly get the drink of the day, which is basically what's the special of the day for bartenders, and I would take a sip of each one. I honestly didn't care for most of it. I'm not a huge drinker. Neither of us are. Anyway, after about 2 days, we made our first stop on our trip, which was Jamaica. And Jamaica was cool. It was, well, not cool in the literal sense. I mean, no, it was, but the country was beautiful, the people were friendly, and we went ziplining across the rainforest. Also, the thing about it was, while we were there, one of the guides gave us the weird nickname of Jack and Jill. We're not exactly sure why. Maybe it was the Adam Sandler movie. Maybe it was because we're twins. We have no clue. And here's a picture with him, and it's gonna be he was cool. It was cool. The whole thing was incredible. We went ziplining there, and we did a little shopping. We had some fun, and there's a little video of us ziplining quick.
You spent that in the stomach, right?
Yes.
You did?
Come on, Dad.
Are you sure? Good.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack.
You can't do it.
Okay, and then after that we did And then after that, we just kind of got on the boat after all that was said and done, and pretty much shipped off to our next spot. Our next stop was the Caymans, where, it's hell. Hell. Literally hell. There's a town called Hell. It's got these volcanic eruption things in the back behind there. There's a little devil set up, and also for anyone in the future who might tell us to go to hell, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So yeah, that's basically our story there. Here we went to hell. We had a little fun. Honestly, we didn't do a lot. There's a lot of pictures to go through, but I don't know if we're gonna go through them all. No, I'm just gonna show a couple right now. And then we just got back on the boat, shipped off. Next stop, Cozumel, which, in case you don't know, it's a little coastal town in Mexico. It was hot. It's hot in Mexico, but in this particular time, because it had been mostly sun, and I didn't mention this, but in the Caymans, there were people wearing long sleeves in the Caymans. There were people wearing long sleeves, and it was like 86 that day. And I was like, is this a cold day for these guys or something like that? Because honestly, it was January. We had to keep reminding ourselves it was January, and we were wearing shorts in the middle of the day, and it was fun. We went to Playa del Carmen, where we got to see all kinds of it was like ancient Mayan stuff. We went to explore Mayan ruins and stuff like that. And I got some pictures and video right here. Mm-hmm.
É isso que veio.
Because we were on land for 7 hours straight. It was hot, and basically we were late for the boat. The boat had to take off late because such a huge group of people were actually late getting back on the boat. And this was the longest day pretty much of the cruise. And when we got back on the ship, all we wanted to do was relax, but the thing is, we had already planned out a show, and we were glad we went to this particular show on the ship. It's a Legends in Concert. It's basically a bunch of musical impersonators where they go up and they sing songs like Adele, Jimmy Buffett, and Aretha Franklin, and they did a pretty good job of it. They were well trained performers and armors. And so the last full day on the cruise was one last sea day, and we just spent that going around and hanging out on the ship again. We went to go see a behind the scenes of the Blue Man. We found out all kinds of cool stuff, little behind the scenes tricks about it, and we went to see a behind the scenes of that Legends in Concert show, and we got to have a little fun sitting around and learning a bit about those performers and everything. And then finally on the last day we went and we spent 5 hours at the airport, and we were putting ourselves back onto the grid because Wi-Fi on the ship was slow and expensive, so we never went on Facebook, we never went on Twitter, we never went on YouTube. So we were basically spending all that time on the airport using the free Wi-Fi services we could muster up to get caught up on a few of our favorite YouTubers, on a few things on Twitter, Facebook. What happened? We didn't know the Age of Ultron trailer came out while we were gone. We didn't know that a lot of stuff happened while we were well, it was kind of a slow week for most people, but while we were gone, not a lot happened. Yes. So anyway, we got back here pretty much without a fuss. I think I'm leaving a few things I'm about to bring up, but honestly I don't know. I don't think we have any problems. Okay, guys. So anyway, that was our first episode of this segment. We're probably gonna want to do more of these later, but for this week's question in the description below, in the comments below, what do you think of this segment? Do you think we should do more of these? Do you think maybe once is enough? But either way, we're kind of experimenting with more other shows. I've got a few other concepts in the bag. We've actually scripted a couple of them, so either way, we've got a lot of other content in the bag, so don't worry, we might not do a lot of these when it comes down to it. Also, down below, you can leave us an answer to where would you like to go most on vacation. So anyway, thanks guys. So once again, always remember, never forget, always have a script when you're doing your YouTube videos? That might be a good idea, yeah. Alright then, never forget, always remember and never forget that. Yeah, okay, see you, bye. Where the hell are we? Oh. That explains a lot. It's a bad joke.